Good morning, boys and girls. I hope you all had a wonderful 4th of July weekend and get to continue to celebrate that Independence Day even today. So Pastor Patrick is in his second week of preaching on Proverbs, wisdom from God. So this week he is focusing on Proverbs chapter 3, and I'm pretty sure he's doing verses 31 through 35. I'm sorry, Pastor Patrick, I'm giving him a little head start. But today I just want to focus on the first couple verses of what he's going to be preaching on. And so I have my Bible open to Proverbs chapter 3. Verse 31 says, "Don't envy violent people or copy their ways. Such wicked people are detestable to the Lord, but he offers his friendship to the godly." So pretty much what it's saying is God's telling us that we should make good choices and not follow those who make bad choices. So what is the best way to do this? What is the best way to follow people who make good choices? Well, to me, it's by having good examples in my life, my relationships, my friendships, the people I surround myself with, to make sure that they are people who also have a good relationship with God, those people who make good choices in their life. Most importantly, by following Jesus' example in the Bible. So do you think it is easier to do something without an example, or do you think it's easier to do something with an example? What do you think? I think it is easier to do something with an example. I'll show you an illustration of what I mean. So I have Madison here today as my helper, and I have built a Lego house, and it's under here. I've got it hidden so nobody can see it right now. I don't want Madison to see it yet. And so what I want Madison to do is I want her to use these Legos, and Madison, I want you to also build a Lego house that looks kind of like mine. Okay, you can't see it, but I want you to build a Lego house, and I'm hoping that whatever you build looks a little bit like mine. So you have about 2 minutes. I'm going to put the timer on here. Give her 2 minutes to build this Lego house, and we're going to see how she does. All right, Madison, you ready? All right, get ready, set, go. Time is up. So, Madison, how'd you do?
Good.
Good?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you know what? I counted out the same number of Legos that I used for my house for you. So you had the same number of Legos, the same size Legos. The only difference is the color. Some of the colors may have been a little bit differently. So, you know what? You did a pretty decent job. She got a nice, pretty good foundation starting. However, I don't know that I'd want to live in this house without a back wall and a roof in my house. But, you know, you neither?
Yeah, me neither.
But you did pretty good. I'm impressed. You had a pretty good start. A good try, right? All right, here we go. This is my house. What do you think? It has a skylight. Do you see my skylight? You guys see my house? This is the house I built. There's the front, the side, the back of the house, the roof with my skylight, and even my little friend in the front door. Do you see her? All right, so Madison, do you think it would have been easier to build your house if I would have showed you mine first, if I wanted that to look just like this?
Yeah, I needed some more time also.
You needed some more time? Well, I gave you a head start because I went ahead and made your base. It helped to get started right away because you had your base started. So without an example, life can be difficult. But whenever you have an example to look at and follow, life is so much easier. Relationships are easier. So if I would have given Madison this example to follow, I think it would have been easier for her. So, you know, here's what I did. I went and I downloaded on my phone step-by-step instructions on how to build a house out of spare Legos. So I was able to build my house and complete it completely in 3 minutes. I only gave Madison 2 minutes because I already had all of her pieces out and ready for her, whereas I didn't have that. I had to pick mine out of a big old box of Legos. And so it took me 3 minutes. So Madison, if you would have had step-by-step instructions, plus an example, would that have made it easier and quicker? You could have maybe done it in 2 minutes, do you think?
Yeah.
I think so too. God downloaded page after page after page of instructions for us on how to have good relationships and how to be a good example. If you go to your Bible, there's so much wisdom. There are so many good examples, and there's so many wonderful lessons on how we can have good relationships with our friends, with our family, and how we can be good examples for other people, and also how to surround ourselves with good examples of other people. Sometimes we think we can do it on our own and we don't need any help, but we do. We need to use God's instruction book and the example of Jesus to make sure that we make good choices and to build relationships and friendships with those who will help us to make good choices. So thank you guys so very much. We hope you have a blessed day, and we will see you next week. Bye.